most difficult thing for me at times is I meet amazing people and then we have to say goodbye, and then we may not see each other again for 3 months, 6 months, maybe even a year, if that. And so good morning, guys. As you can see, I am just chilling here, taking a rest break. We just got back from a really nice hike in Augusta Springs. And what we're currently doing is hanging out with a bunch of friends that we have met on the road and living this lifestyle. We are all boondocking out in this free government land here. Last night we had a little gathering of other people who are in the area. The group of people that we are currently with are people that we actually met through Escapers. You can see my hat, but what I wanted to talk about was how to meet and establish a community living on the road. And I think that's very hard for people to understand about this lifestyle. When you don't live it, you don't realize what is out there. And there is community on the road, and a big community on the road. And you are surrounded by like-minded people, people who love to live nomadic, adventurous lifestyles. And so I think the common thought can be that you are alone out there and you aren't with people. And this group of people in particular travel with each other and actually caravan from place to place and cross paths throughout their journeys. And what I want to let you guys know is you can find community on the road, and it is not a lonely lifestyle. There's so many organizations out there, and one of them being Escapers, but there's many other organizations out there of van lifers, RVers. So there's many ways that you can meet people on the road, many ways living this lifestyle. And if you are new to it, you don't realize all of the opportunities that are out there to actually meet people. And the one way to meet people on the road is to sign up for events. There's many events throughout the United States. Descend on Bend, Van Fest, Seeker, SEKR, tons of meetup, Escapers organizations, Escapees. Even if you have a rig with a specific model, when we first had a Winnebago View, there was a group for Winnebago View owners, and they held events and conventions, and there are organizations for big Class A's, and there's gatherings all across the United States. And so when you're traveling, my biggest recommendation living this lifestyle is put yourself out there and sign up for events. Any event that includes a gathering. And when you're coming to these gatherings, you will for sure meet at least one or two people in that group that you connect with and you become friends with, and then you cross paths with each other as you're traveling throughout the United States. A lot of us actually share our location on Google Maps, and so therefore we know where our friends are. And if we're traveling through, we know that Richard is there, or the Border Hookups is there, or I see Wheelin' with the Wendy's is now in Idaho. Let's go that way and let's visit them. And when we first started this, we actually signed up for an Escapers event back in 2018. That was one of the first Escapers organized events, and we are still in contact and cross paths and meet up with several people that we met at that first event way back in 2018. And a lot of those people are still part of this group and travel in big pods, and so everybody has their community on the road. And the best thing about this is if you need something, if something goes wrong, you are surrounded by people who are willing to help you and know what it takes to live this lifestyle. And it's at times not an easy lifestyle. Things don't come fast, things don't come quickly. You're moving, packages are difficult. Anyways, my point of it all is, if you need help and you're part of these groups, all you have to do is put a message out there on Facebook or Instagram, and somebody responds instantly with help, or even just for meetups. You can form groups of people you have met. And for instance, today we all went out for a hike, and then out on the group chat, people put out that they were going to go inner tubing. Anybody interested in that? Or like last night, we all gathered here and people cooked out and we sat around the fire and talked, and people came in from other areas here in Pagosa because they're in the area but they're in other parts of Pagosa, and so people drove here and we had a nice little campfire and a group meetup last night. And so my point of this all is, if you are interested in wanting to live this specific lifestyle, you need to know that there are things like this out here, and it's not lonely, and it doesn't have to be lonely at all. I think the most difficult thing for me at times is I meet amazing people, and then we have to say goodbye, and then we may not see each other again for 3 months, 6 months, maybe even a year, if that. And so that for me is the ups and downs of this lifestyle. But the beauty of it is we can still keep in touch, and with technology, we are still in touch, Zooming, texting, conversing often. And, so sometimes the cup is not full from that perspective of living this lifestyle too. But then you gain so many new friendships on the road as well when you go to these meetups. And actually, we're leaving this group today, and we are heading to the Great Sand Dunes in Colorado. But we are headed towards an escapers event in Salida for the 4th of July. And so we'll see old friends and we'll meet new friends, and then from there we'll move on again and we'll cross paths again. So that is the point of this video today, is to discuss how you can have community on the road, and it is a huge community. And I think people who don't do this lifestyle are not aware of it is like living at home. And even more so, I think you're very much supported like this. Even if you have a neighborhood, you may not know any of your neighborhoods. Here you do meet people. They are your neighbors, they're your traveling neighbors, and they're always accessible and available to you because you have so much in common. So that is it for today's video, guys, and we are headed out, and we're going to head into Pagosa Springs, and we're going to go pack rafting. And we're going to drop a vehicle at the put-in point and then have a vehicle at the end point and get some good pack rafting in today, because we have not had those out for a while either. We did not get to do pack rafting the other day, as I said on the video, because we were still working on the hookup for the Jeep and the van. We were having technical difficulties with the lights and living in a Walmart parking lot trying to figure that out. But now we got that situated. So thanks for watching today's video, and we will see you tomorrow, guys.